Welcome to another edition of the Weekend Storage Warrior. Well, I just bought another storage unit for $280. And there it is. I have been getting in some brutal bidding wars on here. But sometimes you just have to step up to the plate, and this one, it's a 5x5. There's a nice ice chest, and this is what caught my eye. That right there is a video camera. And here we are, right next to the truck. No stairs, no elevator. And there it is. This thing that I thought was a video camera is a vape. But anyway, it's a 5x5 stuffed. So the question is, do these totes have some things worth money, or is it just a bunch of trash? It's a bunch of trash. It's a bunch of trash. Rico, why do you keep doing this to yourself? Can't complain about that. Anyway, let's get all this trash out of here and show what came out of this unit. All right, got all the trash out of here. Now let's have a look at what came out of this storage unit. Starting on this right side is the more valuable items. The most valuable thing in here turned out to be the digital camera. Those sell on eBay between $100 and $150. So I ordered a battery and charger for it for $9. If it works, that's $100. We have $25 in money, and these items here I think have a resale value of 20 each. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 80. So call it 200. These items I think have a resale value of about 10 each. You've got some human hair. Seems to be kind of a hair thing going on. A box of cufflinks. iPod. Nano mini thing. This, I don't know what it is. Some kind of African music thing. Anyway, call these things 10 each. There's 10 of them, so that's 100. That gets us up to 300. These items I'm calling 5 each. About 20 of them. Perfume, handbags. This is not an amp. I think it's a Viper car alarm. So that's another 100, gets us up to 400. And then there's the rest of this stuff. The ubiquitous locked cell phones have no value. $20 or $30 more in merchandise. And finally we have the clothing. The clothing wasn't bad. There was some designer stuff in here. That's Forever 21, new with tags, $15. Anne Klein dress. So say I get 10 things out of here, I sell for 8 each. That's another 80 plus the rest. Call that another 100. So that gets us up to $500. The thing is, that's just pie in the sky. Because you never sell all of it, and it never sells for what you think it's going to sell for. So if you cut that number in half, that's probably what we're gonna make on this stuff. So to do a quick recap of the cost and the future sales on this, the cost of the unit was $300, buyer's premium $50, gas, swap meet tickets. So the cost was almost $400 for this unit. And I'm estimating that we'll sell 150 at the flea market. And the camera is worth 80 after I paid $9 for a battery and a charger. If it works, brings us to sales of $230. The sales minus the cost brings us to negative $165. So I managed to lose money. It happens. And you thought we were done. We're not done. We gotta sell this stuff. This thing turned out to be a sheath for a knife from Thailand, if you're wondering. Alright, here we are getting down toward the end. That went a little better than I thought it would. Sold $197 worth of stuff. Yeah, the money. And this stuff, nobody even looked at these Nikes. These bags are used, dirty. It's a Martha Stewart suitcase, but it has a heart spray painted on it. The real laggard was the clothing. I only sold maybe $10 of this stuff. All this designer stuff, Calvin Klein, didn't sell one of them for $5. Cost of everything was $400. Sold 200 today. And then counting the camera and the money, total sales of 303. Minus the cost brings us to negative $97. So that little adventure cost me $100. It's okay. Just paid a little too much for it. And you never swing the bat, you never hit the home run. Anyway, that'll really do it for this video. Thanks for watching from Jens Tobias. And bye-bye.